What on earth is SuperMotocross? Starting things off, it is August 2nd, 2022, Tuesday, and a press release came out this morning announcing that FELD Motorsports, the group that runs Supercross and owns Supercross, and MX Sports Pro Racing, the group that runs the Outdoor Nationals, are now working together for 2023, coming up with a new SuperMotocross Championship. Long story short, there's still going to be a Supercross season to start out the year. There's still going to be an outdoor season in the middle of the summer, and then after the outdoors, it's going to be a 3-round series, 2 playoff races, and 1 final Super Bowl of motocross, basically, where they're going to kind of combine the points from Supercross and motocross together. Very, very interesting stuff. The announcement came out today. Right now, Dave Prater and Carrie Coombs-Russell are at Loretta Lynn's. I got to talk to them. Dave Prater is from FELD Motorsports, Carrie representing MX Sports Pro Racing, and they talked to me and gave me an interview where we dive into the details about this new partnership and about this new series. So there's a lot of hard-hitting questions. Let's get into it. So obviously, the first thought when you come out with a new Super Motocross Championship right now, in the middle of the outdoor season, right when a lot of riders and teams and press releases are coming out about the FIM World Supercross Series and the SX Global Group taking that over. Obviously, you're going to compare Super Motocross to that. You're going to think of this as a competition or as a response to the Supercross Global Group that's doing that FIM World Supercross Championship. They're starting their pilot season this year. They're doing 3 rounds at the end of the year, and then they're doing a full season next year that's going to cut into the outdoor series and strive to take away riders from the American market, from the MXGP market, to go race a Supercross Global Series all around the world. And they're paying their riders big money. That's why we see Ken Roczen, he's doing the FIM World Supercross, he's doing all 3 rounds. Eli Tomac, he's doing the first round, and those riders are getting paid big bonuses to go do those exotic overseas foreign races. Now Supercross, FELD Motorsports, MX Sports are working together, and when I asked them, hey, is this a response to the FIM World Supercross Series? They didn't say that it is. They said that they originally started working on this plan when MX Sports lost their NBC Sports TV rights after the 2021 season. Obviously, everybody knows they've been struggling with MAV TV Plus, Flow Racing. Trying to get good TV programs covering the Nationals this season has been very tough. A lot of fans have had to buy multiple subscription services. It's just been kind of a mess. And also, Supercross is dealing with a similar situation where after the 2022 season, they have to look for a new TV program for 2023, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. So all of this started last year, spring of 2021, where Supercross and Motocross wanted to work together to come up with a unified linear TV program that you can click on your TV and watch a specific channel on your home TV, and also an online streaming service that people will be able to pay, one fee, 1 channel to watch Supercross and Motocross for the year. So that's where it all started, and moved on from there to where they create kind of a 3rd championship to tie it all together and make it more interesting and better to sell to a future media promoter like NBC Sports or Fox or a different entertainment TV channel that could publish and promote and host the Supercross and Motocross Championships in 2023 and beyond.
Putting the television deals together was the first thing. Initially, we didn't envision a 3rd series, but Mr. Feld has relationships with Endeavor, and he ran it up the flagpole to see how they would look at this, and they came back and said, you know what, the one thing that Supercross and Pro Motocross don't have, they don't have that Super Bowl. That's one thing your sport doesn't have. And so we took the advice of Endeavor, went to the chalkboard and said, we can make this happen.
So we can all agree that it is a big thumbs up if Supercross and Motocross are played on the same TV channel and online streaming service, so that we only have to pay for 1 service. That would be much nicer for 2023. Another big topic in that interview is that there's a $10 million purse involved with the Super Motocross Championship. What does that mean? Is the $10 million purse only for those final 3 rounds, or is it split up throughout the entire series? Dave Prater, he explains a little bit right here about how the money is going to be split up for 2023.
Well, it's going to be, so we're still working out all the details, but just know everyone, Supercross and Motocross, are both going to get a substantial raise in the purse. And then obviously Super Motocross playoffs and the World Championship, that's brand new, but that will be even more substantial. So we're working out those details, and those will come later on this year.
but it is the richest purse in the sport.
I also have an audio clip here from Carrie Coombs-Russell explaining the benefits of combining Supercross and Motocross together will be making it for a longer overall season, which is better for storylines and also better for TV to follow the riders throughout the season from January all the way through October.
I can tell you that one of the things that got us really looking at this opportunity is that, like I said, when our contract was set to expire at the end of 2021, we looked at our sport, pro motocross. For professional sport, it's relatively short season, 3.5 months. And so we looked at Supercross, and it's the same thing, 4.5 months. Just when they get started and they're rolling along, boom, it ends. You know, we get started and before you know it, the season's over. That's short for a professional season. But by putting our seasons together and going to market together on a television package, now we have a 9-month season, which is much more attractive to a network and much more attractive to fans. So like Dave said, this started back in, working together started in 2020 because of the pandemic, but this project started in 2021 in the spring in anticipation of our television packages expiring.
So answering a couple other hot topic questions from this new partnership with FELD Motorsports and MX Sports, they're really excited to be working together, pooling their resources together to promote the sport of motocross. If you think about it, over the last years and years, Supercross has only been promoting Supercross and Motocross has only been promoting Motocross. And now if they work together, hopefully we can continue to grow our sport and do bigger and better things for our riders, for our fans, and hopefully more reaching out to getting more new fans involved in the sport of motocross to keep our series going. Another big question is, what are the tracks going to be like for the SuperMotocross rounds at the end of the summer? Well, they say it's going to be kind of similar to a Monster Cup layout, but they're also still trying to figure it out. So right now, the LA Coliseum, that is going to be the finale round, but they're still looking at other NASCAR venues, other big venues, like possibly some bigger ones in Texas and stuff like that for 2023. So that is still to be determined. Also, there will still be champions crowned in Supercross, still be champions crowned in Motocross, and now it's just an additional champion that will be crowned for the SuperMotocross overall combined points from all 3 series. So that is interesting stuff. Also, I brought it up, will the SuperMotocross champion have a #1 plate or maybe a blue background or something to run for the following season to show that they were the overall champion from the year prior? That is still to be determined. Also, as far as the races go, there will be still 17 rounds of Supercross, and the outdoor championship is going to be trimmed from 12 to 11 rounds for pro motocross, and then there's going to be 3 rounds at the end, so 31 total races. That's a lot of racing for these guys, but I think with extra money involved, there will be incentives for riders to do both series, and should be good stuff. Also, Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb, they currently only have Supercross contracts for 2023. They're not contracted to race outdoors, but if they earn enough points in Supercross, they won't need to race outdoors, and they can still be eligible to race the SuperMotocross Championship at the end of the year and earn the extra money that comes with that. So I think a lot of stuff is still to be determined. I had a lot of questions for Dave Prater and Carrie Coombs, and a lot of the questions I had, they couldn't answer yet. I think they're still figuring it out, and they're still working together with teams to try to dial in all the rules and regulations. So I don't expect a lot of these things to be answered in the coming weeks. I think it's going to be more like a month or 2 months, but this fall I think we'll have more understanding and more answers on what's going on for 2023. Also, while we were out at Glen Helen last week, we saw Dean Wilson back from injury, testing and riding and getting ready for the last 4 rounds of the Outdoor National Series on his Rockstar Husqvarna. So Dean is actually one rider who's confirmed to be racing the FIM World Supercross Championship this year, the final 3 rounds, or the first 3 rounds of the series. So that's pretty interesting stuff. But first, he's going to finish out his season with the Rockstar Husky team. It's good news for everybody who loves Dean Wilson. Kind of bad news for me because I'm racing at Paula, and that's one more guy I have to race against. But either way, I'm happy to see him back at the races. We have a little interview with him. Let's hear from Dean Wilson right now.
Yeah, so I've been back riding for about, I think, 5 or 6 weeks now. So I've been in Florida the whole time. I just got out to California. Gonna do some testing with the team, and my wife has to meet the doctors and stuff because we're having a baby, which is really exciting. So that's not till October, but we just have some things to do out here, and yeah, it's nice to be back. It's refreshing out of the humidity, you know, for a little bit. It's so humid in Florida, it's gnarly. So being here definitely feels a lot. I have more energy, I feel like. Yeah, I know, I'm full outdoors right now, preparing for the last 4, and hopefully designations, but we'll see what happens on that. But definitely the last 4, it'll be good to do that, and yeah, I'm excited for it. I've missed a lot of racing. You know, my bum still does hurt. It's took a long time to heal. I lost a lot of blood from that, but yeah, we're back and we're just gonna keep plugging away. Super excited for dad life. Just that next chapter in life for us, and gonna have a wee lad, so can't wait. It's gonna be exciting. I think it's gonna be good for me, and looking forward to it. We're really excited. Yeah, so having a kid at the end of October, for me, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good for my career. I think it will take my mind off racing 24/7. I'll have something else, and I think it will make me enjoy racing more too, you know. But who knows? Don't know until the baby comes, but all I know is we're really excited, and you know, I don't have a whole lot much longer racing for myself. So just gonna enjoy it as much as I can, and looking forward to the next chapter.
Also, we just came out with our 2023 Honda CRF 450 tested video, where we talk about all the pros and cons of that new bike, what they changed on it for 2023, and what we thought about it on the track. So we've had a lot of fun riding that thing. We rode it 2 days last week. We had 4 different test riders ride it, and then they were actually racing it. I wasn't racing last weekend, but Dennis, Jody, and John Ortner all jumped on the Honda 450 last weekend at Glen Helen, racing the Saturday motocross race there. And we got some more info on that bike. So check out that video, and also check out this quick interview we got with Dennis Stapleton.
How's it feel?
Feels pretty good. We're just out here midday. We're getting quite a bit of water on the track. Just trying to work on shock and fork function. Just trying to get the balance a little better. Helps that Josh and I are pretty similar in weight, so we're on the same sag. Overall, the shock's a little bit stiffer than the fork, so just trying to find the balance. We're messing with a little high speed right now. And then next up, we'll do a little bit of sag adjustment and see if we can come to a middle terms for Josh and I to get the bike in a sweet spot.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to This Week at MXA, episode number 84, presented by O'Neill Racing. We'll see you guys in the next one. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions about the new SuperMotocross Championship. It sounds like a wild name, but should be interesting. More details to come. Check out motocrossactionmag.com for more details about this new series and for more details from our interview with Carrie and Dave. See you in the next video.